Hello and welcome back to the Hobby Man. And today's episode, we're going to be doing the stage 5 of the Dodge Charger for Dominic Toretto. So, as we normally do, I'll go through the magazine quickly, show you what the parts are, and then we'll get into the build. Okay, so here we have the magazine for the stage 5. And as always, you're going to have articles in there about street racing cars, the franchise for Fast and Furious. Let's just give you a quick flick through. If I can turn the page. So here's, this is the sort of thing that you'll get. Obviously, I do sort of read these magazines as well, but I won't disclose what the articles are in them. If you're interested, obviously you can purchase these from Fan Home and read them yourself. These are good collector's cars to be building in the first place. They'll hold the value as well for a bit. So yeah, they're a nice build to do and a nice ornament to have at the end of it. So in this stage, we'll be connecting the front left wheel to the chassis, and we've got, how many have we got this week? So we've got nine parts to do in this stage to get completed. So this is what the final assembly should look like. Yeah, and then you just got a few more articles about the cars and stuff inside this magazine. You do. There we go. Okay, there's a quick flick through. As the parts, we'll just I'll get them out quickly and we'll go through them in a second. Okay, so as you can see, this is the parts that we got in the bag. So we got the chassis, which is this part here, and then we got all the fixings and that to finish off the connection to the front left wheel to the chassis. We've got quite a few fixings and screws in this part. I can't see us all using them in this, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll get to see. Anyway, let's get on with part 1 of the stage 5 build. Okay, so this will be section 5.1 and 5.2. And as you can see, we've got the assembly of the left front wheel from stage 4. So obviously we're going to be attaching this to the chassis, so we're going to need this part. But yeah, so stage 5.1 and 5.2, we need to insert the tie rod end. So we got this little piece here, and that slots just inside there, inside that little piece here. See, that sits in there just like that. And then with your tie rod end, making sure it's got 2 pins on it, making sure the pins are sort of facing away from you when you put this on, and that slots over there like so. Get it in the right place, and then with a JM screw you just need to do it up. Try and get this done. This. There we go. And there we have it. That is your tie rod end in place. So section 5.3 and 5.4, we're going to be inserting the spring into the shock absorber. This plate here. So this spring obviously came in on stage 4, so you should have had that put to one side. Not too sure why they didn't really ask you to fit this in that stage, because we basically got to pull the shock absorber back out of there, and then you've got to insert the cylinder, the spring up inside the absorber, that in the top part, and then reinsert your shock absorber. Maybe it's because they didn't bother saying put it in, actually, because it will just keep springing out. Till this is all bolted and tied down, I think this will just keep popping out. So maybe that's to do with that. But yeah, so that was just inserting that. Yeah, that's in there at the moment. Just looking at it. Okay. Yeah, and then the other part, so that just gets put to one side. Then we start with the chassis. Let's get the chassis over here. That's how it is. And then you want to put this cover plate. This cover plate has got to be fixed on the right hand side, or the left hand side of the chassis, depending which way you look at it. On here, like this. And this gets fitted with 2 cm screws. So we'll just do that now. cm screws. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. So let me move this up. I'm just trying to do it. Obviously the camera's right in my way. I can't get level with it. Get the other way. Okay. Okay. Doesn't seem to be one of fitting in there. What have I done wrong? It should be right. Let's just make sure. Maybe it goes around that way. Oh, there we go. That looks like it fits better. So there is handed actually which way around it goes by the looks of it. So that fits a lot more snug that way. So. Okay, I think they are in. again, actually, I did forget, but we're in. Should have had a little dab of oil on that, being it's metal. So just get, all I use is 3-in-1 oil. This lubricates. I don't put a lot of it on, just lubricates. So there we go, got some of that ready. Okay, so the next part of it was fitting 5G, which is this part here. Let's get it out of the bag. If I can get it out of the bag. There we go, the bag's open. Come on, out your pop. Right, so this section here is, this bit is facing upwards, and you got a little lug on one and flat plate on the other. So the flat plate goes on the inside and just in this part here. So if you can see this cut out here, that slots in there like that, and then that is fitted with an AM screw. So let's get that in there. There we go. That is section 5.3 and 5.4 all done. Cover plates in and your shock suspension in on the shock absorber on the front left wheel. Okay, moving on. Okay, section 5.5 and 5.6, we're going to be attaching or inserting the torsion bar. Now this has come slightly bent at the end. Don't know if you really see that, if the video is picking that up. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that. I'm assuming it is, because this bar's straight. It's just this part here that bends. So with that in mind, I'm not too sure whereabouts the bend's going to go. So whether the bar's got to be sort of facing downwards or whether it sort of faces upwards, you know. I think it's facing upwards, so when it's flipped over it'll be facing downwards. So we'll go with that at the moment. So okay, so this torsion bar, the thick end slots on the right hand side as it's up this way through this hole. Let's get it in through that hole, and then with a DM screw, which I've got ready over here, if I can pick it up, it then just screws in the end here. It just screws it in the end. Okay, let's put a dab of oil on that one. Nearly forgot again. We are going into metal, and all that does is just, as I said before, just helps prevent any binding. And just helps leave it lubricated. Okay, so there we have it. There's the torsion bar in. Now on this part here, so let's turn this back over. We can actually do that up a bit more, but I might leave it loose a little bit so I know which way around that torsion bar's got to face in the end, because I can't really pick it up. I think it is facing downwards actually, so let's get it so the bar's going sort of downwards. Oh, is that too close? No, let's just try and tighten this up a bit more. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's supposed to spin. That's in there anyway. Right, anyway, sorry. So yeah, with an IM screw, we need to fix the bushing to the end rail. So this bushing here, you can see, see over there just in case, slots in the end here. Okay, so let's just twist that around slightly. I can see where this fits now. So this goes in there like that, and that gets screwed into that little lug there with the IM screw. So the IM screw ready. That's that. Let's do that up. There we go. Now I'm just going to nip this up slightly bit more. That's it. And we are good to go. So that is it. That is your torsion bar fitted. As you can see. Lovely jubbly. Let's move on. Okay, so with this section 5.7 and 5.8, we have got to get these lugs on the front left wheel into here and flip it over and bolt it up. Oops, sorry, bang the camera up. Try and hold it in place. Try and pick up my screws. Sorry if I'm banging the camera. I don't know if that's going in. A bit trying to hold this. I don't think that's going in. Is that one going in? Let's get rid of that screw from over there. Oh, it's not even in the hole. There you go. No, okay, so it's being a bit tricky then, isn't it? We in the hole. We in the hole. Right, come on. Oh, for Pete's sake. Come on. Oh no. That one's in. I think that one's in. That one's in. My spring's sprung out. Let me spring back in. There we go. Okay, so that was a bit tricky. But that is in, and that's 5.7, 5.8. That was a bit tricky. I don't know if we're 100% in actually either. Right, we just... No, we can't be. Okay. I'll keep banging it. It's a bit fiddly this. So I do apologise if the camera's really shaky. I keep knocking the camera as it's right in my face. Okay, so yeah, that is done. Get the spring back in there once again. That goes in there. Yeah, there we go. A bit tricky, but there was 5.7 and 5.8. Okay, section 5.9. So section 5.9 is just assembling the front left suspension arm here, and then attaching it to the tie rod end. Well, not the tie rod end, the thingy bar, torsion bar, using an EM screw. So this just sort of folds over, clicks into place there, and with an EM screw we'll just tighten it up on this side. Let me just turn this around so it's easier for me. There we go. Let's get that bar out. So there we have it. There is your front left wheel. Obviously the tie rod end will keep the toe in, and that once it's connected. But that is everything. That is stage 5 complete. And there we have it, guys. That is stage 5 of the Dodge Charger build for Dominic Toretto. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the videos. They are just sort of simple model builds, easy instructions to follow. Please go visit Fan Home and look at all the models and stuff that you can purchase and buy on subscriptions. Like I say, we're not sponsored by them or anything. It's just something I do as a hobby. I enjoy doing it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one video, and please like and subscribe, and follow me for the next one. Cheers. Thanks a lot.